This is the story of a not-so-ordinary group of children who came to school and had a not-so-ordinary day. There was Willow, who looked out the window, dreaming of dolphins. Jasper pounded a ball into the baseball glove his dad had given him. Oliver sat quietly at his desk reading his favorite comic book. May's kitten, Tabby, was hiding in her purse. Her furry head popped out from the top of her bag. Zoe rocked out on a ruler, pretending it was her guitar. Hudson was snapping pictures with his grandfather's old camera. Catherine held her lunchbox like a purse. It had a galloping horse on it. River studied the details of an old map with his magnifying glass. Suddenly, the door opened and a very well-dressed man walked into the room. "My name is Professor Randolph Latimer, and I would like you to close your eyes and count to 20. No questions, please. Just close your eyes and count to 20 together." When their eyes were closed, he reached into his briefcase and pulled out an incredible book. Opening it up, he thought to himself, "This will do nicely as a first lesson." When they opened their eyes, they were amazed. Professor Latimer and their classroom were nowhere to be found. The children stood in awe of their new surroundings. Gone were the desks and the blackboard, replaced by trees and grass. In the distance, a great mountain poked at the belly of the sky, and a stream flowed through the valley. Everything seemed so wonderfully healthy and alive. Except one thing, a frail sapling. It made the children sad to see its wilting leaves and brittle branches. Willow thought about the last time she was sick and how a hug from her mother made her feel better. But the tree didn't need a hug. Jasper remembered being told to drink his milk so he would grow up strong. But the tree couldn't drink milk. May was sure her kitten Tabby could help. She put Tabby on the ground. Tabby walked around the tree and purred, but nothing happened. The kitten watched as a solitary leaf fell to the ground. The group stood in silence. Once they were quiet, they heard the fresh gurgling sound of the stream behind them. "That's it," River thought. "Water. It needs water." River ran toward the gurgling stream. The other kids followed. When they got there, they saw that a bucket had been placed on a rock. Willow dipped the bucket in the stream. She passed it to Catherine, who passed it to Oliver, who passed it to Jasper, who passed it to Hudson, who passed it to May, who passed it to River, who passed it to Zoe, who finally poured the water onto the tree. Then something amazingly amazing happened. It grew, and it grew, and it grew even more. By the time it stopped, where the sad little tree had been, now stood a giant, full, brilliant tree. It was the only apple tree in the whole forest, and it was magnificent. The children were overwhelmed with happiness. Some climbed the sturdy, low-hanging branches. Others grabbed at the apples that were as big as softballs. Oliver and Catherine each picked an apple and took a bite. Delicious. The rest did the same. They were sweet and moist, and the children wore wide smiles as they bit into them. Just then, Oliver noticed something sticking out of the bucket. It was a handwritten note. The note read, "Congratulations, young travelers. You have learned your first lesson. You can each take one apple back with you to give to someone special. Once you have decided who you will give it to, close your eyes and count to 20. Kindest regards, Professor Randolph Latimer." The children thought hard about their task. Jasper decided to give an apple to his dad as thanks for his new glove. Hudson wanted to give one to his grandfather for teaching him how to take pictures. Willow knew right away that she would give the biggest apple to her mother. May gave hers to her kitten, who had tried valiantly to help the tree. Oliver chose Professor Latimer for his apple. Catherine would give hers to her favorite horse at the stable, while Zoe would give hers to her rockin' guitar teacher. River took the longest to decide. I know. I'll bury the apple in the playground so a tree can grow and everyone will be able to share in the cool shade and delicious fruit. They closed their eyes and counted slowly. A breeze whooshed by. When they opened their eyes, they were back in the classroom, but Professor Latimer was nowhere to be found. The children, still holding their apples, stood around in amazement. What a fantastic first day. The school bell rang, and as the children rushed out the door, they wondered what new adventure tomorrow would bring.